pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Indiana's offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Hoosiers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Picks up the 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Lost to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Pocket breaking down. Had to get rid of it quickly. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So Miami's offense will get the ball for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense, how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, you know, and the second.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Finds his tight end. Turns it on in midfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's nickel. Pressure coming. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field. Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Becker. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Gets it to him on the screen. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. These corners backing off a bit. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Got his man quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Thanks to grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's going to take off. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Martin. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now they'll run the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Van Buren. Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Miami. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Barker. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Chandler.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Just a short pass to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Caught behind the line, it's Martin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle, it's Chandler. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The kick is on its way. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also...
Oh, he's got some space. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Looking to throw on third. Gets it out quickly. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Lyle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Lyle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. He'll try to do it himself. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't.
Breaks into the open. And is sucked out. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. They'll give it to him again. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try it over the left side.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the catch. It's Lyle. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Back to throw. It's Nickel. Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turning it on. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. To the air on first down. Firing toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. On the move, it's Lyle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He'll keep it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Back to pass, it's Nickel. Quick strike complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Lofton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Canes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia Southern looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out.
That's caught. It's Chandler.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Rushes on him. on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Those always sting a little bit when you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive. Just really annoying as a defensive guy.
A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Lost to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Becker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Going for it all. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Touchdown, Indiana! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. And with the extra point, they closed to within 10, down 17-7.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
There he goes! Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. The offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Makes his man miss. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Looking for a man, it's Van Buren. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bond. Bounced off his feet. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Takes it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. After this, it'll be a wrap. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.